What you gotta do first, you gotta get your jack. What you wanna do if you get your jack is you wanna set it down. We're changing the drum brakes on my 2006 Silverado. Just gonna jack it up off the ground enough that I can get the wheel off to access my drum brakes. Once the wheel is just off the ground, just enough to get it to work, just get you a 22mm socket. Spin them all off. Everything's ready. I just put it on my feet, take it off, set it to the side of the way, so that we have our drum. 9/16 socket, some threaded bolts, and I put them in there. You want to make sure you alternate, make them both tighten down evenly, so it presses this drum off the plate. Right there, comes off easy. Now what you want to do is there's a spring right here. God, dude. That spring right there. Tap on them, just pull it off this way. Chrome's right out there. Should be like that. Then I'm gonna take this off. You're right there. So that's where it usually be. Put that somewhere that you can see it, know where it is. And then once that's done, what you're gonna do is you want to loosen this up. Just pull this out like that, and that should come down. That's what that should look like. Now once you have all the hardware off the top, what you want to do is get this to come out. Just get that out of there. Then take your brake, shoes, get that out of there. Makes it a lot easier to get this to come up. Off the bottom here, there's a lip right here that it is situated on. But once you get these brakes off, for the most part, golly, dude, Jesus, coming right out. Push this down so you can get out of that groove right there. So I push this back, shut this down, and it comes right out. Now, your brakes are what you're meant to do first. For anything else, make sure it goes in right here, because if you do not, if you hit it out here while you're doing it, that spring will not fit back in there correctly at all, and you'll just have to do it all over again. So make sure you have that in there. I just one-handed, so make sure it goes all the way in there. So this is right there. You see that right there. Now that is the part of the cable that you need to go into that pocket right there. So push it far as you can up. Right. All right. So now, what I'm gonna do is make sure this part right here is in the back. So you want to flip that over. Then make sure it's situated. Just making sure it just sits up there. But first, what you want to do is just not a pain in the booty. This. You want to make sure your brake goes up in there, situated on both ends. Set it down. Doesn't have to be in that hole yet. Make sure that this is on the top so it fits in that groove perfectly. If you put this on the top, it will not work and will not situate down there perfectly at all. It will not situate that correctly. But do the same thing that you did on the top. You just rip one of these, pull it out. Goes in there. sure it's all lined up correctly. And then let's try it. There. No way. All right. Cool. What I do now is make sure that when you're putting this back on, it's dirty. I'm gonna have to clean it anyway. But when you're putting this back on, that this part right here goes towards the front there. It goes on that piece in the back, right? You can barely see it's a silver piece right there. And that this piece right here, the shorter end, goes into that groove right there, like that. I want to grab him. Oh, I want to grab him. Nice little pretty fella, I suppose. And we move it out a little bit, just. So it sits in like that. And then we go. Grab this piece. Make sure it sits with this groove right here and that groove right there. So it's just like that. And then grab this spring. This spring right here. Grab it. Wow. Put it. Make sure it's like that. All right, so now you got that hooked up right there like that. Pull that out and put it in that hole right there. And then release them. So it's like that. So what should happen is whenever you pull this out, it should lift it that. So the tensions in them up. Make sure you get this situated here. Make sure it lines up with all the holes. Make sure it's on there tightly enough where it doesn't move around. Hand tighten these. Chuck your hook tapes.